Welcome to another episode of my Tokyo Xtreme Racer playthrough. I did a bit of a stupid. I ended the last episode. I knew there were more bosses. I didn't know when they would come. And I didn't even look at the map to check if they might be already there. Spoiler! Yes, they are. So I think what happened here is we get all the different teams on here that we have defeated before. And theoretically it's actually possible to get through the game without finishing everything. You just always have to finish off a certain amount of teams in every phase. And I guess now that we have defeated everybody anyways, we are getting 3 more bosses. And there's also now a list for all the wanderers, so yeah. Full on list here. However, the thing that's more interesting is there are 3 more bosses, but there are so many more boss icons on the map. I have no idea what the hell is going on. And I thought before I fuck around and find out, I'd rather get you guys involved so we can do it on camera. I'm not going to retract that statement. I'm just gonna leave it there. There also seem to be a few more hints about stuff, maybe just post-story content, telling me about what I just achieved and everything, but I wanna see anyway. So let's run into a boss and see what's going on. From the reference table there should only be 3 bosses, but I don't know what this really is all about. That's the fancy skyline. Looks kinda stock apart from the paint shop and the aura. That's level 29 record. Oh. I have no idea what's going on with this. Oh, that dude actually got hands. Okay, that is interesting. And yeah, I got rid of a 240Z after the last episode. I unpurchased it through time travel. Save scum for the win. I hate these collisions. What is even going on here? So, yeah. I mean, that is kinda pretty. I'm just gonna take a quick screenshot. Okay, but here we go. Let's continue with this madness. I kinda need to push him further into the wall. He's just gonna straighten out and that's not gonna be good for me. I don't seem to be able to fully tilt him. But yeah, that's one of the bosses. I don't know how many more there are, or if these just appear in multiple places at once. Let's see, where are... Yeah, they are still unmarked, so they're not the same. Also, how many are there? There's still wanderers around and other hints and all of that. I'm gonna have to check out all of that. Here's another guy. Another one over here. But yeah, I'll have to see about all of that. So yeah, if they wanted to confuse me as a final achievement, well done Genki, you've done it. Okay, yeah, I have no idea, that just feels weird. By the way, I could go into New Game Plus from this point on. Yeah, let's just go after the next one. I'm just curious what that is. This is so weird. Also, if you're wondering, the stuff that I talked about I didn't expect Polaris. Yeah, my engine is about to overheat. And I don't have any nitro left. So this is like the final rematch? I don't know, was there another one planned? I'm blanking on that right now. Yeah, let's just go into parallel lanes here and drive along for a while. I might actually dip into the parking area that should be coming up soon. The thing I talked about last time about the first gen guys, whatever, wasn't really 100% serious. It would have been kind of fun if maybe they come back and we get the original Jintei, Speed King, etc. And the original Snake Eyes. It's a bit weird that everybody there is just second gen. So in the end, everybody is like birth of a new gen. It's also kind of interesting that it's like a complete passing of a torch. We don't necessarily have to deal with the original people anymore. But I wouldn't have minded if that happened anyways. Now I wonder if these record guys are even part of the whole thing after all. If they maybe... I mean, they shouldn't count as wonders because they are marked as bosses, but let's go into the PA and maybe get some info. It can't get any more confusing. Edge looking man, King of Spades, huh? Mysterious genius surgeon. Even with all my resources, I couldn't dig up much about him. Fortunately, you have been hurt badly enough to need his services. But they say he shows up out of concern for racers who've crashed into the Ginza pillars and C1. You king. I've heard rumors that Steve's money to get him to look at you. Maybe if you got the funds, he might agree to meet. Well, I got just that. Snake Eyes. So you're planning to challenge the previous Snake Eyes. Revenge. As I said, I didn't really expect to be dealing with the old guy, but I'm not saying this ain't some cool shit right here. Got the guts, I give you that. Listen up, don't forget this. Even I, his student, haven't accepted my loss to you yet. Well, if you're really that desperate to try, get your win streak up to at least level 35. Maybe then you'll at least get to see his face. I mean, I'm gonna grind anyways, so 35 is not an obstacle. That's just gonna happen sooner or later. So there are post-story things. Let's see, now I'm really looking forward to seeing the final hints. There are a few guys that I'm looking for, but I still don't have any info on. Beat Snake guys, yeah. Congratulations, let me tell you something. It's actually the second generation. The previous Snake Eyes put in through intense training, all for the sake of... We know that. There's nothing with revenge against Swift Emperor. By which without shitty poor, pretty sure, whatever. Watch your back. Yeah, Swift Emperor lost. Imagine that. Is there anything interesting down here? Apparently so. I mean, I was planning on fighting Polaris, but we'll have to see. Old guy, tortoise shell mask. That's a good dude. Yeah. You got to develop a right presence yourself. Giving off a strong aura. Okay. Aura needs to be equipped. I don't really care too much about auras. I mean, you've seen that my cars never have them, but I get the hint. Gonna use that. Which is to be expected, to be clear. Now about Cyber Dame. Out of the Kurizaki brothers. Anyway, she's furious. Keep hanging around them and she might... At BMG, the Kurizaki brothers arriving recently was apparently a gift from her. Oh. Okay. Lexus LFA. She's the president of some famous electronics company. Another opponent, blah 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 blah. Okay, next one. I have no idea how to be around them. Might just have to find them somewhere on the expressway. But let's see if there's anything more here. Flower Seller Taro. Ah, yeah. Heard of them. Taro apparently was a real-life racer and passed away somewhat recently. He went pro at a pretty late age and tore it up on various circuits. Now he's back here on the Shuto Expressway. What do you say? Interested? Yep. If you want to battle Flower Seller Taro, you gotta set a good time on the C1 Outer Loop Ginza segment. That's a ticket to racing him. Would be nice to know what the limit is, but maybe I can find that in there. Somewhere in the records. Can't believe you actually beat Swift Emperor. Oh yeah, I think I talked to her before. She really didn't like me going up against him. So yeah, some of his wins were pretty ruthless too. He still got plenty of people gunning for him. All those guys hunting Swift Emperor, you just stole their target, which makes you the new one. Okay. Keeping things interesting, even in the post-game, I like that. Okay, let's just go back to this place. Nothing happened. We didn't just run around the entire map. Oh, the whole thing actually updated and took away the things that we already completed. So let me just check. If I go here. Yeah, that's the guy we already lost to. The other guy, one will be right here. And the third guy will be over here, so yeah. Everything else we'll have to see about. But first up, Eternal Polaris. One thing I'm really curious about is what will she even count towards? Like, she's marked as a new arrival. And I don't know if there's really any place left. Like in the different things there. I mean, this can't just be a rematch against her from before. But I don't think there's any place in the list left where she could really fit in. If we got 3 more bosses and the last few remaining Wanderers, and I mean she's marked as a boss, so she shouldn't be a Wanderer. But she's certainly a good money maker. Also, I should have really refilled the nitros. Completely forgot about that. But yeah, let's go on to the next guy. I mean, honestly, at this point, I would almost rather beat the guys that are not marked as records. Because it's more interesting seeing what the game has in store for me there. I don't know. These collisions. If there's one thing they need to fix, it's that. If there's 2 things, well, then there's likely a lot of things. I mean, I still want to see Honda's early game, I still want to see the whole power creep situation and more like the power step up address, because this just doesn't really feel great. Okay, that's the next record guy. Oh, Evo 10. Record X. Okay, he's faster than me. Yeah, I'm not winning that. Not anytime soon. Okay, let's go back to Garage. I mean, I marked out a few of these, so that's interesting. Let's see where Eternal Polaris falls into. Okay, reference. I mean, she could just be the same as before, but then the game shouldn't mark her as new. So let's see. Record O, Record X. And there's still one more left here besides the... There's the third one of the records, but there's still a 4th one left right here. So this really just counted as a rematch against Polaris, despite her being marked as new. Okay, we got Cyber Dame, we got Flower Seller Tau. King of Spades, that's another one that I was missing. Crash into a Ginza pillar before, and currently... if you crashed into a Ginza pillar before and currently hold 30 million. I can check both of these. Revenge Ice and... This isn't going to be Jintei, I know that much. Unless... I mean, it could be. I know there's still the Demon of the Expressway. That's one thing. And that might be a boss after all. So then maybe this is Jintei? Giving a lot of fan service hope. But yeah, I guess Eternal Polaris at this point was just really a rematch that didn't count as anything. Let's get back in here. There's another boss over here. Record 01 is right there, so this is something else that's new. There's also one right here. The other two should be marked as yellow because I lost against them. Again, not a winning tactic, but information tactic. We are basically doing espionage. I mean, there shouldn't really be anything new here. Apart from maybe a Wanderer that I still need to defeat, and I don't really have anything for that right now. This is really just an episode of me trying to figure out what the hell is going on here. So let's see what this is going to be about. Another former boss, I would guess. Oh yeah, the money dream, yeah. I still don't know why. But yeah, not really too much of a problem. So yeah, I could try and get back there. Let's do that. I think the guy was in the same place before, so I'm just going to jump there and expect them to be there. I mean, I can check the map beforehand, but I don't expect anything crazy at this point. Okay, he's gotten a bit further. Anything else in terms of completely new guys? I mean, we got some Wanderers, but they are marked with yellow question marks. Ah, there's another one over here that might be the one guy. The one record that's left. Let's just get in here and then go from there. Just getting on the road and yeah. Then we should be on our way. I mean, I can run this thing extremely fast, so we are going to catch up sooner than later. But beating those record guys is going to be quite the challenge, I guess. I could still equip stuff from the legendary tuner, that might be a good idea. It's likely going to be very expensive though, so I'm not entirely sure if that's really what I want to do. Seeing those bosses pop back up, it almost feels more like a bug than a feature. But yeah, this should definitely be the straight line, whatever. Here we go. Right into some stupid car as I was looking at the map. And it's that one. Stubborn straight. Straight up stubborn. I have no idea, I'm just shrugging looking at this. It just feels kinda out of place. But hey, that's more money, that should be more BP. I should really keep an eye on that. But I mean, it's just gonna go up until I spend it. The only problem is once I start buying cars to defeat other wanderers with, it's going to go down because those things are just more expensive than what a single wanderer can get me. But yeah, what else do we have here? We have this guy which needs me to drive the that fair lady. Lightspeed courier. Other boss right there. Oh, we got more info here, so that's good. Can't really jump to that right now, but good to know that I'm not completely done here. Let me just double check again how many more wanderers there are. Just to know how many more clues I'm looking for. I mean, I might also just run into one and be able to defeat him right away. But that's more the exception than anything else. One more. Just one more. What I saw there might be the final hint that I needed. Might also just be some banter. Always check all of them. Oh yeah, roulette guy V3. We might actually do that today. Another guy versus here. There are some... I think one of them needs me to drive a Mitsubishi. I don't have one right now. So that might be another one to get. But first let's go here because there's another hint. Which might also reveal the identity of a... Interesting. Every legend exists to be rewritten. The name Swift Emperor now belongs to me alone. The racer called Swift Emperor praised as the fastest. The one who became my mentor, his name is Unrivaled Emperor. His footsteps are too legendary to be relegated to the past. If you, who've carved your name into the Shooting Expressway as a legend, plan to challenge him, you need to defeat Revenge Eyes first. Okay, I will do that. I completely forgot what I need to do for that. Oh yeah, I think it was like, what are you doing there, standing behind the bushes? In the shade. You know what, let's talk to him. Yeah. As always, you're soaring with unstoppable momentum. Driving quite an interesting machine, aren't you? But there are still areas to refine. If you let me tweak it a bit, I can make it much faster. Well, that's the temporary tune, so the effect will only last for today. But if you want to drive faster than usual for the day, I recommend it. Well, of course, there's a fee, how about it? And this is why we don't take his services, because that's just a rip-off. We need that for one of the Wanderers though, but the thing he's really doing is we got level 8 engine or power unit and level 5 intake and exhaust. He is able to always give us one level above what we have already, and it's a random one of those three. The other two are cheaper, that was definitely the engine. But yeah, it's only a temporary tune, so it's not amazing. Any reason to get on the course here? I don't think so. So let's return to garage and rethink some stuff. I'm going to try and challenge the roulette guy. If I can find him again, he should be somewhere on the freeway here. Tortoise mask. I think that guy requires me to have an aura on. So let's quickly equip that. And this is another one where, yeah, if I was to stay with this, if I was to keep my old restriction, I would have to keep the aura on all the time. I don't really care about that. Kinda like the haste most. Come on, let's make it really stinky. Ooh. I mean, that definitely is some aura. You might even smell it. Yeah, there are so many guys right there. I can't believe they actually put in the original guys. That's gonna be interesting. The original Swift Emperor better be driving an R34 Skyline with white body kit. Make it the JGTC. Do it. But yeah, we are now fully in the end game, which means that we also might get some of the wildest wanderers in the entire game now. Okay. Sailorman logo, I guess. Yeah, not the most competitive one. For a moment I actually thought, well, he's driving the same as I am, so oh shit. Turns out, no, not really. Not by a long shot. Nothing else really on this line, so guess we're kinda done with this one. Honestly, I'm kinda glad that I'm making this episode. It's kinda good showing you guys how this all goes and why I'm not willing to basically do it any different and keep the cars like that. I could have maybe put this onto the Copen, but the Copen likely wouldn't be able to handle that. But the Copen is kinda my scapegoat for questionable design choices. Okay, let's get that off again. Okay, what else do we have? The good thing is that most of them are already marked and I know what they are. I think this one requires me to not take nitro. There are a few that don't like that. And honestly, most of them doesn't make a difference. I mean, I had that sheriff guy. That was a tough one. That was a real tough one. So I gotta take care of that one. Oh yeah, that's the beat. Maybe I can get away with just upgrading my engine on the Copen. I think that's still a few levels below maximum. Really, I don't even need to use the Copen there. I just need a vehicle that has the leopard skin thing, and I decided to put that on the Copen. I need the Copen for a different opponent. I should really go into battle as soon as I can here. Just getting a few points. Even if it's just gonna be 2 at a time with this guy. That's also not really going to be a difficult battle. That lasted longer than I thought. Okay, coming up to this guy. I'm not impressed by the look of that car. Ah, damn it. Must have been something else that he needed or wanted. I know there's still another guy that doesn't like me using NOS, so I'm gonna keep that off. Just in case. You know what, let's check what the One Bridge Sergeant really wants. We're likely not going to see him for a while. And honestly, that's the kind of thing that makes all of this a bit more complicated, because there are just so many things to keep in mind. What does this tell me? Is there anything new? I should really try and sort out all the... there's 2 missing. I should really try and sort out all the new notifications, but it's kind of difficult. You kind of need to go into the detail screen, and it doesn't always even work. So if I just do this and scroll down, it should get rid of them and remove all the new notifications, but sometimes it just doesn't. Yeah, that still kept that on. So this is kinda messed up, and it's been like that a long time. Okay, where's the bridge guy? Jet lag examiner, that's a guy that needs a front wheel drive car. Revenge Ice, Unrivaled. Emperor, this is 35 consecutive battle wins, okay. Crimson Boy. Oh, at least twice. Damn it, gotta go back to them. Gotta find them again. Flower Salad Taro, complete C1 in a second within 0 seconds? Or is that another thing that's gonna be, remains to be told? Oh yeah, I could maybe do this guy because I defeated enough rivals for that. King of Space, but where is the bridge guy? Tool slide, light speed, Tuesday teacher. Ah, there he is. Slammed rides. Whatever. You know what, I'm going to turn on the nitro again. It's kind of stupid keeping that off. Same for the brakes. I don't really need brakes because you saw my driving style. But still. Better have them and not use them than use them and not have them. Or wanna use them? Who cares? That's not how the saying goes anyways. Okay, there's a versus in there. That might be the guy with defeated rivals. Loyal Knight. Anybody else? I don't know if this is the one. If you're gonna battle, I only race against stock machines. At least I know now where to find him. But yeah, that's kind of a problem. You don't always find them where you want them. Last flight, so that's the two that need stock cars. This dude doesn't show up very often though, so that's kind of a pain. Okay, that guy needs me to drive the same car as he has, so that's not happening today. Light speed courier, I don't really know. It's the last one of the bosses. I'm just gonna go back into the garage and try again. Fuck this. So that's kind of the thing. There are a lot of guys out there right now that want different things, have different requirements, and the one that you prepare for just doesn't fucking show up. Ah! Roulette guy V3, that's the one I want to battle. One of the easier requirements, because I don't think there is one apart from having heard about him. But the battle is actually tough. The good thing about this game though, unlike with TXR Zero, I know the requirements, the game tells me. Zero doesn't. Zero fucks given. Alright, here we go. I tried this guy before. I don't think I saved because it was just a bunch of hard losses. But that was, I think, with the NSX or R32 Skyline. The hard part comes now. Roulette guys. So basically that's the twin attack thing that they mentioned at some point. Also, funnily enough, if you redo this battle, if you don't win the first time, sometimes the guys spawn at different sizes. I might have to show that to you now. We just jumped by 40 levels, so we got 40 BP. So we got a good amount of them. Basically one for Basically every single one of those counted. So, if I may just reverse a little bit, thank you. He says to the guy he almost killed. Let's do this again. It wasn't particularly hard anyways. It was hard by the stage that this guy appeared first. Is he still further back? Ah, there he is. Not exactly what I want to do, but I did it anyways. By the way, you can't just battle those guys individually, they just count as part of this battle. Let's see if I get them to spawn at weird sizes. Second phase. Yeah, I think one of them might be slightly enlarged. Or is one of them smaller? But yeah, this guy is definitely larger than before, and the other one, I don't know if it's a regular size or a smaller version, but they are definitely not the same. Let's check this. Yeah, this dude might actually be smaller. I mean, he's off to the side quite a bit, so no, he's likely regular size. But that other dude, good bit bigger than his brother. I mean, it happens. And everybody else is falling behind. I just need to not crash into anything. Dodge and weave. 888. Oh look, Swift Emperor. I mean, I might as well. Just for the points. I could farm this dude. Like, he's trying to keep up on me just using Nitro. That's cute attempt. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of the battle now. I mean, for money and points, it wouldn't be the worst idea. 6 battle points. This amount of money. I can deal with that. Oh no, that's just me. Another dude over here, last flight. Yeah, that's not a good idea right now. I could teleport over here to King of Spades. I completely forgot what that dude wants again. This one needs a non-turbo car. So naturally aspirated. This one is one that I would like to beat. But yeah, we're gonna go back to the garage, see who is available next day, and then go from there. Record X. I should really get the last record guy just to figure that one out. Still no idea why Polaris and her people showed up. I need a special car for that. I need a special car for this guy. It's still so cool that you can just encounter those bosses out there. But yeah, that's the other one, and I think he should accept now. Yeah, very well. You seem to have solid skills, so let's go. Eastbound. Would be more interesting if maybe we would go north instead. I don't know if there are even any. Most of the rivals I know, they just start right on the Bangan. Yeah, just like that. And that's it for that part, Ken. I think I didn't see that. That's basically camouflage with that color. Total wipeout. Ouch. And that should be the other one. Oh no, I get it. He is handsome, she is cutie. So she's gonna be your next rival. Yeah, let me get revenge. Whatever. I'm just happy if I can beat all of them once. Apart from the guys that I need to beat multiple times. I wanna try True Slide. I don't know what the requirements are if I meet them, but that way I can even at least get to see the car. True Slide was one of the earlier devils in TXR Zero. I don't know the full order anymore. Might have been the second one that you meet after Jackknife. Alright, let's see. Definitely drove a 300 ZX. But heavily modified one. I mean, they all had kind of special body kits and that kind of deal. Oh. I always think that looks like a nose. Weird symbol. Battle cancel, but yeah, pretty true to its appearance in Zero. Even if, of course, not that special with how the car looks. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'm going to just continue this as we've seen today and make my way through all the battles one by one. I mean, what is King of Spades? I'm gonna try it in a moment. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, hopefully for the finale. I'm not making any promises when it comes to those record guys. Would seem a bit weird. Might be something to attempt once I get my hands on the engine swaps. But anyways, until then, thanks for watching, and yeah, bye bye.